So today we're going to talk a little bit about the 5 steps to profit, and so a lot of you guys probably know this is called the Pareto Principle or the 80-20 rule, and basically it is 20% of the revenue generation that you have comes from that 20%, and not 80. The other 80% is kind of stuff that you may need to look at finding somebody else to take care of, or have an assistant do it or something. But if you can focus on the areas that actually create revenue for your company, then you'll be able to tap into that and be able to boost your revenue by doing some of the steps that we're going to talk about tonight. So this is just an overview. I'm going to talk fast because that's my thing. And so luckily the spit row is empty tonight, so everybody should be safe. So, all right. So I'm originally from North Dakota. I don't want to get real into my family stuff, but I have 4 kids. That's what I live for. They're just so awesome. I just love them. And then my wife, we're both originally from North Dakota, and she tricked me, and now I'm here. And I always say that, but I thought about it tonight, or actually last night when I was getting ready for the speak, she did like a movie trailer on me. You know how they show you all the best stuff, because I had one day to come up and visit her the first time because we dated during the summer back when we were kids and whatever, but lost track of her for about 10 years. And anyway, so I ended up back here, or back in North Dakota. She's come here for one day for a business meeting, and she movie trailered me all the best stuff in one day. I'll pack right in. So it was kind of like Fat Lorenzo's, where fat is in the name and the pizza is so good, your mouth waters, just like a movie trailer, the best things, just everything. She took me to Minneapolis Falls, and she took me to Lake Nokomis, and we walked the lake, and I was like, wow, this Minnesota place is pretty nice. I was like never gonna leave North Dakota. I was gonna die in North Dakota. I had decided that. So anyway, now I live here, and now I like Minnesota better, don't wanna go back. So, all right, so now we got 4 kids, and we have a lot of fun. So anyway, we're gonna skip. All right, so if you can focus your efforts on those 20% on a consistent basis, it will make massive differences in your income, in your business, and your revenue. So I'm gonna, obviously, like I say, you always have to do that other 80%, but try to figure out other ways to get it done, and maybe it's not you, so you can be creative in your business, okay? All right, so here's a couple things. I'm gonna get some water here because I'm already talking too fast. All right, well, I only got 15 minutes. All right, so this is kind of a glimpse into the customer journey. All right, and so the average customer needs to have 20 touches these days to want to do business with you. So as a business owner, how do we get those touches? And how do we stay top of mind? So how do we prevent the Google problem? If you're not on the first page of Google, you got a problem. If you're on the second page, nobody's ever going to find you. And so what you want to do is have a relationship with people and be top of mind so that when that person's going to go buy, they don't have to look on Google. They can just come to you. And so that's kind of that's a key area that most businesses struggle with and need to work on. So if you look up on the screen, there's future buyers, soon-to-be buyers, and the 1%. 1% of the buyers are ready to buy today, and the rest of them typically aren't. They're somewhere along that journey. So our job as marketers and business owners and different things is to find those people where they are and reach out to them, create a relationship, build that relationship over time, and be ready for them when they're ready to buy from you, okay? So we call that a sales funnel. So if you look at top, maybe you have like 300 leads. Those are people that you've met different places. And so that business card I gave you, if you flip it over, that's called a lead magnet on the back. And basically, if you go to that website, you can download a free report and get information from my company. So what happens is, I do that on LinkedIn, Facebook, any social media platform you can imagine. I'm jumping on TikTok too. I don't care. Wherever people are, I'm going to find them. My business is all over the world, so it doesn't have to be local for me. So I'm everywhere. Now your business, if you're local, then you need to focus on the area that makes sense for your business to be focused on, okay? So out of that, some people will opt into that report. Like some people are going to go home today and throw away my card, and other people are going to go to the website and download that free report. But at that point, you'll be in an email drip campaign, and I'll be able to, if you like my content and you stay with me, eventually maybe someday you'll be a customer because you like the content and you like the relationship, okay? And that can generate clients. So we have to meet people at the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel, okay? And so there's different steps we can do to do that. All right, so I have to get off my Find Nearby now and get back to my main screen here. All right. Okay, these are the 5 most important areas to focus on for most companies. So this is the 20% for most of you. Now everybody, business is going to be different and whatnot, but so you need more leads. Wouldn't it be nice to generate more leads than you need in a month instead of praying that you get an extra referral this month? Okay, more conversions. How to get people to buy, more people to buy. So when they come to you, how do you get more of them to actually take that step instead of going to your competitor? Okay, more transactions. The people that are already there, what if you could get them to buy a little bit more? Wouldn't that be kind of handy? All right, and then higher prices. So if you can fix these areas in your business, typically you're going to have a massive change in what you can generate in a month. All right. So these are kind of how things break down. How to make advertising work for your small business, more transactions, how to upsell, downsell. And so anybody ever ate at McDonald's? All right, we got a couple liars out there too. All right. So anyway, so what do they do when you order that burger? What do they ask you? Yeah, would you like fries with that? All right. And that's called an upsell. So when they come to your business, do you have something that they can also buy to increase your transactions? All right. What about an apple pie? It's a lot of times they'll say, hey, for just another $1, you can get 2 little apple pies. And that's called a cross-sell. So basically selling a different product line back into that sale that you've already made. So what if your business could figure out a way to take what you're already doing and somehow just kind of add something extra that you have available for them? Okay. Maybe you can bundle some products together. What about vitamin lines? You ever see that? Like online, if you ever buy vitamins, sometimes you'll get a good deal on a vitamin, but then on the next page it says buy 3 more for even less money and have it shipped and save money on the shipping too. So that's a bundle some products together. So what if you're a florist? What if you had a downsell available? So you have a big $25 bouquet and the guy's like, I just can't justify that for whatever reason. That's a cheap one, say $50, okay? But maybe you have a $25 downsell. Maybe it's petunias instead of roses, or whatever it is. But normally that guy's gonna walk in, go, oh, that's too expensive, and walk out and go to another florist and buy something different. So what if you could keep them in your store and offer them a different product or service? Okay, so these are just some things to keep kind of, how to cut costs is obviously. When's the last time you called your garbage collector and said, hey, I want a deal? Nobody ever does that. But I did it. I saved, I think it was like $30 a month. Not much, but whatever, it adds up. So how to expand your products and increase your customer revenue, increase transactions. So there's all kinds of little different tricks. So yeah, expanding your product line. If you have vitamins, maybe you offer a krill oil, or a protein powder or something. You add a new product. Because those people are already there. They're already finding value. They already like you. They already know you. They already trust you. So why not have additional products and services that they can tap into? Now, certain services, that's not me. Oh, it's me. Okay. I hit a button. All right, I hit a button. So here, you must enter the conversation taking place in the mind of your customer. If you can understand their problems, their needs, their wants, their desires, then you can really make an impact for that customer. And so there's 2 points. There's a problem that they have that they don't want, and there's a result that they want but they don't have. And if you can figure out how to tap into that you are going to significantly impact. All right. The interrupt is your headline. So this is mostly on advertising. So interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. The interrupt is your headline, okay? So my interrupt is this crazy tie, because some of you went, interrupt just basically gets you to stop and go, like talking babies on a commercial? What's that about? So you want people to stop, pause, think, what the heck? So some of you saw my tie and you were thinking, what the heck? That doesn't match anything. And the other people went, wow, that's really outstanding. All right. So the engage is your sub-headline. That's the next message, how you start reaching out to them and try to draw them in to the next step, okay? All right. So you see this website? This is a typical website. Photography, I think, is probably okay, maybe, I don't know. But what's the offer? What kind of offers do you see up there? Anybody? Free consultation, yep. And here's my phone number, call me. Okay, that's common, right? But if you look at the guy's very talented. He's a psychologist. He solves different problems for different people with like emotionally disturbed children. That's kind of his thing, and he's really good at it. But if you look at his thing, it just says, we read hundreds of articles on psychology and how to control your child. Well, I don't want to go read some website for 3 hours trying to find the information I want. So what if we did this? What if we changed this a little bit? Are you sick and tired of the yelling, screaming, belligerent attitude of your child? If that's your kid, then that might be kind of interesting to you, right? Now, if you don't have that problem, you're just going to go on to the next page. Then they're not talking to you. But the people that have that kid that's so out of control that they are literally afraid for their lives, because those kids exist out there, then they're going to be very interested in this article. And then it says, now you can discover the secrets of controlling your child and instantly restore peace and quiet in your home. Well, he actually had documented proof that he could do that. So he says, learn the secrets to gaining and maintaining complete control of your kids in less than 60 seconds. And all you got to do is give me your email and your name. So now that's a lead, right? And that goes into that sales funnel. And then he can nurture those people with information and quality content. And then when it's time, then he can say, hey, if you ever want to have a consult, come on in. And they're like, man, I've been reading your articles for the last 3 months. You are a super duper smart guy. And now he doesn't have to sell much when you get there because they're already convinced. Because most shoppers do their shopping before they ever go to the person that's actually selling the product nowadays. Okay? All right. So what we want to talk about is create a market dominating position. So what I'm talking about there is you want to, if you possibly can, figure out a way to make it so you stand out in the marketplace like beyond anyone else. For one person I can think of is, it was a home builder. And basically he was building identical houses. But he figured out that we could go in, buy a system that has alarms and big screen TVs and sound systems and all this stuff and have it pre-installed in the house when you walk in the door. And he only raised the price by $10,000. But he only paid, I think it was like $6,000 if I remember correctly. Because he was able to buy it at cost. He didn't have to pay for installation because the houses were being built, so he didn't have any of the extra costs that usually would cost extra. So he was able to get a market dominating position by saying, hey, buy from us, and you get all this awesome stuff installed the day you move in, or before you move in. All right, so you want to leverage channels, partners, have joint ventures, different things like that. Create relationships with other companies that have complementary products and services. Because if you do that, you can, say you got a mowing company and a landscaping company, and they have a lot of the same customer base. So what if each other swapped each other's mailing lists and shared each other's stuff? So you can do all kinds of awesome things with joint ventures, or find partners that, whatever. There's tons and tons of stuff. Diversify your product line and cut expenses. So real quick, these couple things. Again, this is just a little intro. It's a 2-hour seminar here. So this is just some little things to get you thinking. And it kind of reminds me of my kid, my daughter, my Azalea. She's like 6 now, but she was like 4, I think, when this happened. But she was getting her coat on, and she had a sippy cup in this hand, and she had her blanket in this hand. And then Grandma comes over and tries to give her a coat. And so she thinks about it. She looks at both hands. She's really confused. And then she sticks her hand out, her foot out. And that's how I think a lot of people are with their business and what's going on. They get this kind of overwhelm. They got all these things going. They're juggling all these different things. But yet, when they need to execute, they're like, well, all I got left is my leg, What am I going to do with that? So you need to slow down, figure it out, apply these principles, and you won't have that same overwhelmed feeling. Thank you very much.